Hello, you guys. Welcome back to Raphael's Insights. Welcome. I welcome you in to the world of the esoteric, the divine, the beautiful, you guys. Welcome. Of course, you guys, I don't know if you guys know this, but I do put a description below every single video. And even this one, I put a description. So if you don't follow me on my social medias, on all my social medias, which Snapchat, Facebook, my Facebook page, which is Raphael's Insights / Ask Raphael's Insights, Instagram, what else? TikTok, of course, because I think a lot of people follow me from TikTok. I think a lot of the people who have seen me mostly on TikTok. So, and welcome to all the new followers, all the new people who did follow me recently. Thank you so much. I am seeing everyone's comments, and I am already thinking about who to do next, who will be the next like star that I will talk about. I will tell you that I did look at Demi Lovato's life, and I have to say Demi Lovato, I don't really want to say it, but her life does end tragically. Who else have I looked into? I'd already told you that what's her name? Ellen DeGeneres, her show was coming to an end. She's not going to be able to recover from whatever happened or whatever was coming her way. Remember, the devil was dominating her, which I have to find that video. I think it was from last year. What else? The energy of the blood moon is coming in very strong. The blood moon is an apocalyptic moon. It's not the angels, not God turning the moon into the blood moon. It's not turning the sky red. It's the devil. That's why we see what's happening in Gaza, Jerusalem. That's why we see that Jerusalem was a target, the Holy Land. I know that in religion, Jesus came from the Middle East, right? He came from the Holy Land. It's like everything happened over there. It didn't happen in the United States. It didn't happen in France, in Europe. It happened in the Middle East. So knowing that humanity is being attacked, and there's this thing going on in Jerusalem, there's this thing going on in Gaza, and all that situation that's going on with the two different things, the Jewish, I think they're Jewish, and the Palestine. I don't even know how to say it, but you guys are all in my prayers. I am praying for you. We all have to pray for them, because what happens when we pray? We're sending them light. We're sending them energy so we can calm the situation down. Right now, what happened is that the devil has fallen over them, and humanity is being attacked by sorry, I just read a comment. Humanity is being attacked in that area. That's the Holy Land, right? Everything came from there. Everything that happened in everything, right? Religiously, it all came from there, and it spread, and it has been going on like that for many years, right? That's how you know the devil's attacking humanity in the most sacred land, in the most holiest of land. But the blood moon is definitely bringing in some intense things. I think maybe we should look into see what the blood moon is bringing in, and let's see what comes in. Let's see, what is the blood moon going to bring in for the world? Let's see. Is the super chat on? Is it working? I don't know if you guys can see it. Today is a super chat. I think I did turn it on yesterday, I think, but I'm not sure if it's working. Oh, it's working. Okay. So what is the blood moon bringing to the world? Let's see. What is the blood moon bringing to the world? Make sure, for those who are sending your questions for the super chat, you put your name, your date of birth, and your question all in one, okay? And try to do one question at a time, just so everybody can get a chance to ask something, okay? What's gonna happen? What's the blood moon going to bring to the world? Let's see what the cards have to say. The angels, the beings of light have to say. What's the blood moon going to bring to the world? And I hope you guys did see the video of those revelations that I did receive. Generally what comes up is these two cards right here. These two cards right here. Every time I see these two cards right here, and we're talking about the world, this here says that there's a spiritual battle going on. So it talks about war, but let's see what else comes up. It does say dramatic changes too, but catastrophe, more destruction, says that this continues on. Yeah, it really what the blood moon is gonna bring is just things are just gonna get more aggressive. The Wheel of Fortune comes out, but the Wheel of Fortune in the negative is catastrophe, is raptures, it's a bad situation, it's delays, it's a lot of heaviness. But basically what it says is just saying that things are going to continue for the spiritual war that started is going to continue on, which is basically what's going on in Gaza and Jerusalem and all that situation, right? But definitely I'll definitely look into this. Well, maybe let's see. Hold on. I want to see what else we can pull from this. I'm going to pull out the major arcanas real quick. Like I've always told you guys, the major arcanas are basically the main cards of the entire deck. It's like main events, like what's exactly going to happen. This is trying to tell me a story. It just says that things are going to continue the same. No change to the situation. If anything, it gets worse. But what I want to know, and of course, I'm still going to make a video before the 26th. I'm going to post another video, part 3 of May predictions. Why? Because of the blood moon. The blood moon is definitely an intense energy. But let's see. I'll get started on the questions right now, you guys. We'll do those right now. I see all of you, everyone who's doing the super chat. I stopped it in the very first one that I've received so far. And remember, you guys, it's not guaranteed that I'm going to be able to answer you. But of course, you guys know that I always try my best and I always work very hard for you guys to be able to answer everyone. But just keep that in mind, you guys. No, I'm only one person. But you guys know I work very hard for you guys. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I'm only counting 21 cards. Am I missing a card? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. I am missing a card. I was like, I know. There's 22. There's 21 major arcanas, but when you include the Fool, it's 22. So I was like, we're missing one. There we go. The Emperor stayed aside. That's an interesting sign. Let's see. What's going to happen? What's the blood moon going to bring to the world? Let's see what the cards have to say. Well, the first card that comes up is the card of death. So we'll see what else it has to say. Let's move this up. The card of death is definitely what's going to be dominating after the. I have to say the card of death is going to be dominating. Why? Because it is an energy that when it dominates, I mean, it takes over. It's a very intense energy. It's an energy that's going to cause catastrophe because it says more catastrophes. It says betrayals, raptures, a lot of suffering. It's like the blood moon is going to bring more suffering. The blood moon's just going to make things worse. It's like there's no change to the situation. If anything, everything's falling pretty negative. I have to tell you, the blood moon brings an overwhelming energy. With the devil in the tower, it just talks about a lot of terrorist attack, a lot of destruction. In some parts, a lot of change actually. And in other places, it says that that stuff that's been waiting for, like the laws that haven't passed, the changes that people have been waiting for in their countries, like Colombia, Argentina. What's the other one? I can't remember what the other one is. Those changes are going to give. It's like what the people have been asking for. Those changes are going to give. It's like this energy brings change for certain places, but for other places, from one corner of the world, it says changes, beautiful changes, good things coming, good news. In the other corner of the world, it says disaster, destruction, more people getting involved in what's going on in Gaza and Jerusalem. So it's a very intense energy that like I said, I'm gonna definitely make a video, kind of like just talking about parts 3 predictions, right? But really the thing that comes out last is the card of the strength. And when the strength comes out, it's just saying a lot of fighting, a lot of aggressive energy. The main thing that I see is that 2 more countries are going to get involved with what's going on in the Middle East. That actually it says 3 countries get involved, but mainly right now I'm seeing 2, but 3 is also another one that comes up. It says that the blood moon brings more countries to get involved with what's going on in the Middle East. So that's definitely something to be aware of. But death is definitely what the moon is going to bring. I already told you the moon brings a lot of suffering is what that moon brings. It's not God that turns the moon blood. It's the devil. But anyways, you guys, just kind of something that I wanted to chat about. Let's get started on the questions. Laura Hernandez, I know you didn't send me your name and your date of birth, but definitely I'm going to just use your name since it's right there. Let's see. Laura Hernandez says, your marriage going to end? Let's take a look, Laura. Just gonna shuffle these cards real quick. Just kind of mix them up a little bit. But definitely, you guys, I'm going to look into it a little bit more, find out exactly what's going to happen. As of right now, like I already said, it's the moon brings a lot of suffering, natural disasters, intense weather, intense storms, intense energies. Even for you yourself, why does it matter for you? This energy is going to be very overwhelming. Even for you, you're probably going to be feeling you're going to be experiencing a lot of like random headaches, not knowing why you wake up with a headache that day, or why you feel like weird that day. Whatever's going on in your life is going to get magnified even more so than usual, even more so than a regular full moon. But in a way, you could use that to overcome obstacles. It's a way to push those obstacles out of your way. But let's see. Is Laura Hernandez's marriage going to end? Let's see. Let's see. So you do have the tower. The tower right away comes out. It does talk about raptures. The 2 of Cups comes out. Let's see. So is there going to be divorce? I don't see divorce. It says that things are going to continue on. It says that there's been betrayals. The 3 of Pentacles, it does talk about a love triangle, but I don't see the marriage ending. It just says that things are going to continue a little complicated. I don't see it. It doesn't come up as a marriage ending. So I don't see the marriage ending. at least for right now. If anything, for another 2 years, because even then, like for another 2 years, it's still, you still seem like you're still there. Yeah, like really nothing here really says marriage ending. I don't see marriage ending, but I do see a lot of betrayal. I do see a lot of lies. I do see a lot of truths being exposed as well. Let's see. Let's see who's next. Okay, update it. Now let's go up. So once the chat updates, I can no longer see messages. The only ones I'm seeing right now is starting with Roman Alejo. All the other ones I don't. That's the most recent one I see. So Roman Alejo, will I and my ex Giovanni Hernandez Arechiga ever be reunited this year or sometime in the future? Is he my one to be with, or will I find someone else to be with? Okay, so let's start. Let's start with the first one. Let's see what comes up with the first one, because you really want to know if you're going to be reunited. In love, you're always going to find someone new. Love is an energy. Love is always going to be moving. Love is always going to be something that never stops moving. It can slow down, but it'll never just stop. It'll just slow down to the point where it seems like it just takes forever to show up, but it'll never just stop. But let's see. You said, will Roman Alejo and Giovanni Hernandez Archiaga be reunited this year? So really what I see here, to answer your question, is there going to be a union? I don't really see union. You do have the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords talks about a lot of complicated energy when it comes to being reunited. It's like really what dominates this whole thing. It's like you're over here waiting for this person, but it does say that there's already someone up ahead for you. So what I would tell you is, will you be reunited? The Eight of Pentacles really gives me the answer. It says it's going to be a lot of work for you two to be reunited. And even if you guys reunite, it still talks about the energy of war, the energy of complication dominating you guys. So I don't see things like going anywhere from there, but I do see someone new up ahead. And it does talk about the Knight of Wands over here. The Knight of Wands does talk about somebody else up ahead. So there is somebody else for you in your future. Candace Cruz, finances and marriage, and will my children stay at home learning next year's school? Okay. Oh, I see why, because they're starting to push the kids back to school, huh? So let's see how your finances are looking. So finances and marriage. Let's see, how are Candace Cruz's finances? Okay, so your finances, your finances are actually looking very, very, very good. Actually, you do have the Seven of Pentacles. You have the Seven of Cups. Both very, very good energy. Seven of Cups is your dreams, your goals, your desires. So basically, what you're waiting for. It's one of the things that came up as a star. Even though I don't have it. It's like one of the cards that I did see when I was shuffling the decks, and it pretty much tells me you're waiting on something. Whatever you're waiting on, it's been moving a little slow. Whatever you've been waiting on in your finances, whether you're trying to buy something, whether you're trying to do something with your finances, or you've just been waiting for some sort of an opportunity, it says it's already on its way. And that's what the Seven of Cups is saying, and that's what the Ace of Cups is saying. It says the universe gives you something that you've been waiting for. And even the Seven of Pentacles tells you that you're about to discover, or you're about to get what you've been waiting for or looking for, right? in your finances. So your finances are looking like they're going to be good. They're going to be getting better. And then you have the sun over here. Look at that. The energy of money coming your way, the energy of finances stabilizing, opportunity. Let's see. And then you said, will your children stay at home learning? So this card right here did fall out. This card here right away says, yes, your children are going to stay learning for the next school year like that. It's going to go for a good, I would say most of the year, because then towards the end, they're going to start pushing to start going in person. But for now, it's still I do see them staying kind of at home learning. Right now, it's too early for them to be able to push, but later on, not later on this year, maybe beginning of next year, mid next year is when they're going to start like saying, okay, it's time. There's no more of this. It's time for everybody to go back to school. But this year, you still have a chance for them to stay, and the answer is yes. And then you said your marriage. How's your marriage going to be? So marriage-wise, there is a little bit of conflict. There's a little bit of conflict. It does talk about you feeling very stuck in marriage, like it's not progressing. It says there's conflict in marriage, but let's see what else comes up. Yeah, there's a little bit of aggression there too. Marriage just looks like it's going to be a little complicated, but it's not saying anything negative to the point where things are going to end or anything like that. It's just saying it's going to be complicated. The energy is going to be a little aggressive. Just keep that in mind. A little bit of fighting here and there. Okay, perfect. Let's see. So for those who are watching, this specific live is specifically for the super chat. That's why it's called a super chat. This live is specifically for super chat. Basically, it's what the people are doing, what my followers are doing, and they're sending their messages with the super chat, and I can see it. That's why I'm only focusing mainly on them. But I just wanted, for those who don't know, just wanted to clarify it. And thank you if you're just watching me just to watch me. Il Sepita, I think that's how you say it. Will my husband get a new job, or is he staying where he's at? Let's see. So first of all, let's see that question. Is your husband, is Il Sepita's husband going to stay where he's at? Let's look at that first. So he does have another job offer. It does come up here. Let's see. So there is a new job that's coming up here, but really what I see here is I still see your husband staying where he's at least for another year. Let's see. Is your husband going to get a new job? So right now, basically the way it's looking like it's if he stays where he's at, he'll stay there for another year. But the star keeps coming up, and what I would recommend, based off of what I could see in the energies, basically it's saying that whenever he gets that new option, to take it. Where he's at, there's really not much growth anymore. It's like if he decides to stay in that job, he's gonna stay there for at least another year, is what it's saying. But definitely he will find another job. If he decides to stay, he'll be stuck there for another year. But the star keeps saying move forward. Would it be best for your husband to change? Let's see. Would your husband be better off with a new job, looking elsewhere for the new opportunity? see. So when it comes to that, it talks about a lot of overthinking with that. So what I'm telling you right now, it's look, even the 7 of Cups comes out. The 7 of Cups right here says that with that question that I asked you, I know it wasn't a question that you asked, would he be better off with going somewhere else? The answer is yes. But even when he gets that opportunity, he's still looking towards the job that he has, so he doesn't look like he leaves it. Again, if he doesn't leave it, he'll stay stuck there for another year. But he does have options. He will find another job. Okay. Yesenia Miranda, will my love life improve this year? Will I find the one? Also, will my business prosper? Okay, let's see. Yesenia Miranda, how does your love life look like? Let's ask that question. Okay. So the 7 of Swords comes out right away. The 7 of Swords talks about struggling and you're still looking. So here, the interesting thing is here, you're talking about your love life, but it still looks like you're worrying about someone from the past, because here it talks about a betrayal that you're still looking towards. But the 10 of Cups comes in and talks about you being very satisfied, very happy. So your love life does, in the present, you do have the 10 of Cups, and the 10 of Cups right here, basically what it says that your love life is going to be very satisfied. You do have the 5 of Pentacles, which talks about change in your love life. So is your love life going to improve this year? Yes, your love life is going to improve this year. And you're definitely going to be finding someone where you feel very satisfied, very happy with. The only thing that comes up is a lot of overthinking, a lot of loss of sleep, a lot of anxiety, and it comes up and it continues to focus on someone from the past. So try to move past that. Try to let go of that, because that's what's holding you back in your love life. Will your business prosper? Let's see, Yesenia Miranda, will your business prosper? Oh, you guys, I did also open the Etsy store. So if you guys, I did restock the Etsy store with all the products. Like I said, whenever like I go back to my regular, like what's it called? My regular way of working, like back to normal, I'm gonna remodel kind of like the store. I'm gonna change a little bit of stuff here and there, and I'm gonna add new stuff. So is your business going to prosper? You do have the Star. The 9 of Swords does talk about it's going to be a little rough, but you do have, yeah, you do. I would recommend, if it's an actual business, if it's an actual place, cleanse that place, mop with holy water, Florida water, siete machos in your mop water, right, and bleach, and just light a white candle inside that business. Or what you can do is you can also on the 1st of every month, you can put the name of your store or your business and your name and your date of birth inside, both of them inside the candle. You're going to carve it on a white candle, and you're going to add a little bit of cinnamon and glitter, gold glitter, and you're just going to light it, and a little bit of olive oil, and you're just going to light it. And what it's going to do, it's going to be bringing and moving the energies in a more prosperous way for you. Right now, the way it's coming up is you do have a little bit of darkness kind of like following you, but things are going to get better. You do have the Empress. It's just a lot of overthinking. Think about more positive, because that's what the Star comes out here. The Star comes out to tell you, like, hey, things might be a little slow, but think positive, and the energy is going to move. Don't stress out about it. But it does say that it is going to prosper. Y bendiciones también a ti. Does my son Maximus Aguirre have abilities? Let's see. Does he have spiritual abilities? I'm assuming that's what you're asking. Let's see. So one of the things that right away that I hear when I read that question is someone said traveling. And that someone is always going to be my angels, my beings of light, right? So one of his abilities is that he can travel. He travels a lot when he sleeps. For instance, whenever he dreams of places that he's never been to or different worlds, and if he ever tells you like stories of like, oh mom, I dreamt about this, or I dreamt about like, oh, I don't know where I was at, but I was here and it looked kind of different than Earth. He's traveling. He does have the gift of traveling, or like even the chariot comes out for him. The chariot again confirms to me that he travels in his sleep. Astral projection, kind of in a way, su alma se despega de su cuerpo. It's like his spirit leaves his body. One thing that I would recommend you to do for him is to put a cup of water next to him, because what the cup of water does, it helps you find your way back. It doesn't let negative things get near your body, and it also helps you get back. Because if you don't return to your body, you'll have a heart attack and the body passes away. General reading. Let's see. Isabella Aguilar, general reading. Let's see. Okay. So what you need to watch out for is financial loss. In your general reading, what the first thing that came out was financial loss. It talks about something being offered, either something you've been waiting for, or someone offering you something. Generally, I think it's something more someone offered you, because you even have the Knight of Wands, and it's facing towards like the Ace of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles is a good card, and it's like news coming your way. But what I'm seeing is, and I'm feeling is more of like, either someone offered you something, but even then, if someone offered you something, be careful, because it talks about being betrayed in your immediate future. It talks about betrayals. It talks about raptures. It talks about financial loss. It talks about the Death card does come in, and then the Six of Pentacles comes in, which talks about a limitation of finances. Save your money. Be careful with what you're doing with your finances. Whatever you're doing legally, I do see it being like a little bit slow, a little bit stuck, and then you're in between decisions. Be careful with the decision that you make, because it does talk about financial loss and betrayals. Thank you, Isabel. I was say Lebasi, because it says Lebasi on top. Beatriz Flores, will I get married this year and buy a house? So let's see. The double came out right away, but we'll see what that has to say. Let's see. Beatriz Flores, will you get married this year? Let's see. So a lot of overthinking comes in. The Nine of Pentacles, the Nine of Wands, the Four of Pentacles, the Three of Wands. So marriage, will you be married this year? It doesn't say no. I don't see it being a no. I'm actually going to pull out 3 cards to this. Will Beatriz Flores be getting married this year? Let's see. Yeah, there it is. There's a lot of delay with that. I have to say, you do have a lot of delay. You do have the card of the Death. Usually when the card of the Death, it says it's going to delay for a long time. Maybe if you were planning on getting married this year, honestly, the Death card says no. The Death card says a lot of delay, maybe just delayed in months. But it does say that there is a lot of delay when it comes to that. I'll check it one more time. Yeah, because even then the Star comes in, and the Star doesn't come in as like this is on its way. It's more of like this is going to delay more in the future. I think. But let's see. When are you going to get married, Beatriz Flores? When is Beatriz Flores going to get married? I think that'll help me understand what's going on here. Yeah, next year. Really, what I thought. Um, sometimes the questions don't work as well, so I have to like dig into it a little bit differently. But yeah, this right here tells me that it's not going to be till next year. It says that I don't see you getting married this year because the magician tells me that it's going to be till another year. There's delays, especially because the death card comes in and it just stops your plans. But it does say, and you possibly been waiting already 2 years, but it says next year. Now let's see your house. Are you going to be able to buy a house this year? Let's see. Thank you so much for everybody who's watching. Make sure you guys like the video, you guys. Thank you so much for watching me. Thank you so much for believing me. Thank you so much for trusting in everything that I do. Of course, I do everything with con el corazón en la mano, con el corazón en the wearing my heart in my sleeve, right? Nothing is malicious. Thank you so much for believing me. Thank you so much for following me. And again, I cherish every single one of you. Let's see. So we asked, what did we ask if you were gonna be buying a house this year? The Four of Cups does say that that's something that tied in that way. Let's see, the Nine of Swords. Really, the Six of Swords comes in. It does say. I honestly, I wouldn't go with that. This card here, I was trying to figure out which card am I going to talk about. This card here, the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups does say that this is something that's already in effect. That yes, it's on your path. That I do see you buying a house this year. Let's see. Yeah, even whenever I split my deck, it does come up as the. Yeah, even peaceful harmony, success. Yeah, you will be buying a house this year. Little complicated though. It does say you do have the Devil. It says it's going to be difficult, but it's probably going to be towards the end of the year when you're able to buy it. Will my husband and I purchase a home soon? Leticia Reveles. Let's see. Usually when the answer is not very clear, it's because there's a lot of complications with that situation. Let's see. So first thing that comes out for you is financial crisis from last year is really what it says. So, and then future wise, you have the Five of Swords, triumph. Triumph, but betrayals, Ten of Cups. Really, the Devil dominates the whole situation. It does say it's going to be difficult to buy a house. Four of Swords. This card here very negative. It's still honestly nothing here is telling me you're going to buy a house. Well, I think you know what. I think it's probably because I asked if you were going to buy it this year. Let's see. Yeah, I don't see you buying a house till 2022. So soon-ish, I guess. I don't know why I was thinking you asked this year. Yesenia Rios, will you be getting pregnant soon? Let's see. It's funny, you keep dropping all the cards that mean pregnancy. It's like every single time I've shuffled the cards. So they continue. So let's see. Yesenia Rios. Okay, let's see. So there is a celebration for you that's on its way. So the answer is yes, you are going to be getting pregnant soon. I mean, it shows that it's been very difficult to get pregnant. But so it shows that in your past, it does say it's been very difficult to get pregnant because you have the Seven of Swords. It talks about a lot of like a lot of kind of like struggle, things sneaking up. But the Three of Cups talks about celebrations, and it does talk about pregnancy. So I do see you getting pregnant soon. You do have the Six of Pentacles, and then you have the Ace of Pentacles, which is a really beautiful card because that card here says good news, right? And it does say that you are going to get pregnant soon. Literally a la vuelta está with you. It's like you're gonna get pregnant a la vuelta. Like, what does it mean? It's like any day now, any month now, you'll be pregnant. Mainly, to be honest, yo lo veo más como like any day now, any week. Literally a la vuelta, pues. Esther Maldonado, what do you see for my marriage? Will it last forever? Let's see. Esther Maldonado, what do I see for your marriage? Let's see. That's not the question. What do you see? How is Esther Maldonado's marriage? How is Esther Maldonado's marriage going to go? Okay. So the one thing that does come up is the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is that card of time. It's that card of a long time. So is your marriage going to last? It is going to last. Definitely. There's nothing here that says separation. It does say that the marriage is going to last. The Wheel of Fortune, to me, when I see it, it's like fate. It's like with you two, it's like fate. You guys were fated to be together. The Wheel of Fortune is that energy of fate. This energy of like things happen for a reason. It's the energy of todo pasa como tiene que pasar. Lo que está escrito está escrito. Carmelita Pizarzik, General, have been feeling so drained. Let's see what's going on with you. I'm gonna pull out three cards. I'm just gonna pull out cards to see. Carmelita. Okay. I gotta think about it in my head. Okay. So, General, this one's interesting. So, General, you have the Two of Pentacles in your past. The Two of Pentacles talks about an imbalance, hormonal imbalance, things not very balanced in your system. It's mainly talking your health. It's not saying you have something terrible, but also saying that something's in balance. I think it's more hormonal for you. But it also talks about finding out about something, not negative, more of like good news. But the Two of Pentacles does talk about that there has been an imbalance before, and it's like it's back, or it's something that you've dealt with before. It's like back, it's creeping up again. That's why you've been feeling very drained. The Ace of Wands in your immediate future, it does talk about starting something new. The Page of Cups, again, talks about starting something new. The Queen of Wands, again, starting something new, moving, growing. It says you have a lot of progress. Generally, what it says you have good news, you have good things coming your way. But health is really where it's kind of like there's an imbalance and there's a reason. to tell you the truth, I have to say, it's just like more of like a hormonal imbalance. But you do have good news coming your way, and you do have whatever you're starting new, whatever you're going to be starting new is going to be very good for you. Where'd it go? Okay. Jenny Marlene Perez, should I fight for my marriage to Agustin Malagon Frias, or should I carry on with divorce? And if so, how will that end? Financial situation, future. Okay. Let's see. Jenny Marlene, should I fight for my marriage? So I'm gonna see what that says, and then I'm gonna look into what's going on in your marriage, and then we'll see what's going on here. So interesting. The funny thing is that the Page of Wands dominates this person. The Page of Wands in the marriage, it's like if you're married with a little kid. I have to tell you the truth. It says that you're married to someone who's very naive, someone who's very young mentally, like they still have a lot of growth to do, and it says that they resisted that. It just talks about them being very young, very youthful. So definitely, there's still a lot of growth to do for that person. I mean, here it doesn't say anything about walking away yourself. It's like something that you've thought about. Mainly, that's what it comes up. It says you thought about it, but it's not something that you've put into effect or that you've wanted to put into effect truly. But let me see. Let's look at this in a different way. It's like you really what comes up for you. It's like you want to be with this person, but they're so they haven't grown. They haven't shown any growth. It's like they've always been the same. They still come up as someone who's very naive, very young, and you want to stay with this person, but it's just honestly there's something better for you out there for sure, from what I can see here. But let's see what's going on with Janine Marlene Perez's marriage. Honestly, the way I see it, it's almost like if you're married to a child, to be honest. It's like this person's like their mental, their growth isn't there. Let's see. A lot of narcissistic energy does come up, so I would definitely I would have to tell you, if I have to give you the answer, I would say yes, because it's narcissistic energy normally goes with someone who's very naive, very young. It's like mentally they're very young. They never grew. They never grew up. They never like progressed the way of their thinking, and they become very narcissistic. Usually, from what I've noticed, is narcissistic people tend to be very naive, very youthful looking, very youthful thinking people, and they tend to be very aggressive. So I would tell you, it says that there's danger around this whole marriage. So I would say yes. It's like don't continue to stay in an abusive, verbally or physically relationship. What I will say is it's your choice. I can only tell you what I see here. I can only tell you what I can guide you with. But definitely it's not a wrong decision. But if you love someone and you truly want to work on something, you can. But remember, you can only change someone so much. At their very core, you cannot change them. How would the divorce end? Let's see. Well, it looks like the card that comes out for you is Triumph. So it looks like you would actually come out victorious in the divorce. It says it'll be in your favor. It's going to be long. It's going to be lengthy. It's not going to be a quick. It says that it could take up to 2 years, back and forth for 2 years. So that's definitely something that's draining. But it says that you yourself are the one that comes out victorious. So it would be good for you. Now, you want to know your financial situation if you were to go through the divorce. How would you be on your own? I think it's more like what you want to know. Yesterday I didn't get on live because I had to do this. I had to do this one, and this one always goes on for a very long time. So I was like, maybe I should just save my energy for today. And it was already late. Financially, you do have the 5 of Cups. Says it'll be a struggle, but let's see where it goes. It'll be a struggle, but changes for the better. It says you'll be fine. The sun does come up again for you, which says you're going to be fine. It says it's going to be a struggle at first, but it gets better. Susie Curata, how is your love life going to be? Let's see. It's the question that I'm going to ask for your love life. See, how's your love life looking like? So your love life actually looks really good. It says that you're going to be very satisfied with your love life. You have the Temperance, which the Temperance is a very like a harmonized energy. It says be patient. Good things are coming into your love life. It says you're going to be happy. You have the 10 of Cups, which is happiness in a relationship, building, a lot of growth in the relationship, progress in relationships. But it says after celebrating, yeah, happiness is really, your love life does come up very happy. It says you're going to be very content with your love life. Margarita Montor, will we be able to buy a house in the near future? How's my health? Have not been feeling well recently. What do you see for my future? Okay, let's see. Margarita will. So I was gonna say something, but never mind. Margarita Montor, will you be able to buy a house in the near future? Oh, my sleeve is like rolling up. Honestly, right away when I see this, it says right now, no. In the near future, no. It doesn't say that you'll be able to buy a house till, well, even then it says it's still going to be a struggle. Let's see. I have to say that buying a house, because I was going to say 22 at first, but then I saw in 22 it still looks kind of complicated for you. So I would say 23. 23 is really where you're able to buy a house, because 22 it says you're still seeking in 2022 to buy a house, but it's still really something just stops you in 2022 as well. But 2023 is really where it starts to kind of the obstacles start to kind of move. Yeah. So I would say 2023. So near future, kind of, yes, because it's still 23 is still not that far away. So in a way, yes, but like near future, like right now, I don't see it happening right now. How's your health? So health does come out a little serious. Hold on. I want to see something. So for your health, it does come up a little serious. Definitely, if you're not feeling well, get yourself checked out. Because I even as I was looking through this, I see you collapsing. So this means it's serious. The death card does come up. When the death card comes out, whenever someone asks about health, and the death card comes out in the way that it came out for me, it's to say that it's a serious thing, that you can collapse and that you can get worse. So definitely, if you're not feeling well, definitely get yourself checked out, see what it is. Definitely, this is telling me that it's something serious. Definitely saying that you need to take care of it now before it gets worse. So definitely get yourself checked out. What's in your future? Whoa, that scared me. What's in your future? I definitely would recommend you to get checked out. I don't want to scare you or anything. I don't know exactly what's going on with you. I'm not a doctor, but I do see something serious. And even in your future, I have to be honest, in your future, I see you in a bed. I don't want to scare you, but I do see you again. I see you collapsing. I see you in a bed. I see you kind of going through a lot of medical things. So definitely, I would definitely get checked out. If you can, you can take like a, a white candle and just pásatela para que te dé luz. Te la pasas like como you're praying, like Dios Padre Todopoderoso, whatever you feel like praying, te la pasas de tu cabeza a los pies y te la pones ahí donde tú duermes. So it can give you light. And you put your name and your date of birth inside. Laura Hernandez, has my brother Roberto Carlos crossed over? Let's see. So the answer is yes. And he does right away. It talks about him being with 3 different family members. It talks about two or 3 females. I want to say it's 2 females and one male. But yes, it does say that he has crossed over. Vanessa Tinajero, General. Let's see. Oh, that's not a good card. I'm going to shuffle them real quick just to move the energies. You're present. Even then, that's not a good card again. We'll see what comes up this time. Okay. So you do have the 10 of Swords, the 10 of Swords. Let's see, 10 of Swords, 9 of Pentacles. My elbow hurts on this table. Oh, okay. Okay, I see what that means. So the 10 of Swords talks about a betrayal. The 10 of Swords generally is a betrayal, being backstabbed. It talks about a younger person, which would make sense because you're 91, so you're still fairly young. You're still young. You're still. So it makes sense why it talks about someone younger. I think someone younger than you, because it talks about someone youthful. It says a betrayal, and it says that it was someone that you cared about, or maybe someone around your age can be as well, right? But it does talk about a betrayal right away. It talks about the 4 of Swords comes in as well. It talks about anger, frustration. And then you have the 3 of Wands and the 2 of Wands. Conflict. 3 of Wands is things resolving. So really what I see here, it's more of like a problem. It's like it's with you, it's talking to you about a problem, whether it's someone betrayed you or something that you feel betrayed. It's that person's kind of like was not being good to you. Is things going to get better with this person? It does talk about some fight or something kind of like balancing out. It does talk about things getting better with this other person, because even down here in what you want to know, you have the 9 of Pentacles, which is a card of luck, kind of like spending a little bit of time with yourself. It's also the card of love. And then you have the 10 of Cups, which is kind of being very satisfied with the situation. And then with the King of Pentacles, it talks about overcoming something. So generally what this is saying, it's saying that there was some sort of a fight, an argument with someone young or someone around the same age as you. And it's saying that there's a conflict in general. It's saying that there's a conflict and that conflict is going to be resolved. Let's see. When I hit 20,000 on YouTube, I am going to be doing a giveaway on YouTube. I've been meaning to do one on TikTok because I've done multiple giveaways on TikTok, because TikTok I do have a lot of followers on there. But I've been meaning to do another one on TikTok, because I think we reached 130,000 on there, and I do want to do a giveaway on YouTube. I've been holding off till I hit 20,000. I think for YouTube, when I hit 20,000, I'm gonna do a giveaway for maybe one of my decks. One of the ones that I use. I like to replace them. I know a lot of people don't like to replace them. I like to replace them every once in a while, because really nobody that can't gift me the deck again gave them to me. My spouse is the one that buys these for me and gives them to me. Supportive, right? But definitely, at 20,000 on YouTube, I'll do a giveaway, and I'm gonna give away one of my decks. So let's see. When will Alba Mandragon get pregnant? Let's see. Just gonna look at all these cards. I have to say, we'll look at it in multiple different ways. I'm thinking to myself, if you guys see my mouth moving, it's because I'm thinking to myself, the card of pregnancy did come out. Sometimes I feel like sometimes it's weird because sometimes like when I do these, I'm rushing because I'm like, oh my God, there's so many people that I need to get to. But then I forget, like, you know, I have kind of control over like how fast I go. And I'm like over here in my head, I'm thinking like, oh, I need to rush. Someone's like if someone's rushing me. And then I think to myself, and I'm like, really have control on like how much time I take with everybody. But in my head, I'm thinking, oh my God, I have to rush. That's why I always rush and like I move through everybody like so fast. But sometimes I have to remind myself, like, wait, I can control this. But okay. Makes sense. Pregnancy does come up here, but it doesn't come up till later on, right? But before I give you an answer, we'll see. I'm gonna look into this in multiple different ways. So I just want to be sure and more like assertive, like what the answer is gonna be, assertive or whatever the word is. Okay, so I'll answer you right now. I'm just thinking, how am I gonna ask this next question? Because I don't see you getting pregnant this year. I'll tell you that right now. From what I've seen. You know what? Hold on. I wish I had my major arcanas, but I mixed them all in this deck. I like working with my major arcanas. Damn. Yeah. So I don't see you getting pregnant this year, for sure, because it's definitely indicating that it's not this year. Funny. Okay, so 2022. I don't know why it took me this long to. I just wanted to make sure. For some reason, I wanted to make sure, like, really, really good for you. But 2022 is really when I see you getting pregnant. Definitely, definitely. 2022 is the month that comes in, but I want to say not the month, the year that comes in. It's 2022 when I see you getting pregnant, and it's a boy. A boy is definitely what I continue to see. I wasn't looking to see what it was going to be, but a boy keeps being represented, and the boy has been said multiple times. But definitely, I see a boy, and it's going to be in 2022. What month? Let's see. Because this year you come out very like complicated when it comes out to being able to get pregnant. June is generally around June. October is generally when you're coming up that you're pregnant. So like later on in the year of 2022. Again, boy. Crystal Gonzalez, how soon will my boyfriend and I buy a house? The sun right away came out, so it sounds like it's very soon actually. Let's see. Well, my whole deck. If you guys would have seen, I had my deck like this, and this thing, my whole deck literally just flipped over like that on its own. But this card here says in a year, next year. So it's fairly soon, but it's next year. Is your dad going to get his green card? Crystal Gonzalez, is your dad going to get his green card? I wish I had someone who was reading these for me, so I could just be like moving quicker. Definitely when it comes to like pregnancy, it's better in a private reading because the connection is so much better when I have you right in front of me. What did we ask? We asked if he was going to be able to get his green card. Gotta focus. Okay. Is Crystal Gonzalez's dad going to be able to get his green card? Let's see. I'll split the deck one more time. The answer is yes. Look, this card here just fell out. It kind of scared me right now. It is yes. He is going to be able to get his green card. This card here, he has a lot of luck. What this card here is saying. Yeah, even every time I split my deck in half, it's a good card. It's usually when I split my deck in half, it usually gives me the answer of whatever you guys are asking for. Not necessarily me looking for it. It says there's obstacles, but he is going to be able to get it. Let's see. Remember, you guys, for this right here, for this live, I do only focus on the super chat because this is a super chat live. So that's why I'm only focusing on super chat. But I will get on Instagram right after on Instagram live. I didn't do TikTok because it was raining like crazy and I never have service. I never have good enough service whenever it's raining to be able to get on TikTok. But soon, hopefully, my service is going to be better. Hopefully next month. I'm crossing my fingers, which I know it is, but definitely they're playing games with me right now. Will me and Eric get back together, Vanessa Gutierrez? Make sure you guys put your name, your date, and your date of birth, and your question. And if you can ask one question at a time, it would be definitely helpful for everybody else who's waiting. Will me and Eric get back together? Will Vanessa Gutierrez and Eric get back together? Let's see. Oh, that hurt my soul. That noise. So the Eight of Pentacles is a card of kind of like, there's a lot of work to do, but and then the Four of Pentacles comes out. It's like this situation doesn't want to move. The Six of Wands comes out, and the Six of Wands is, I'm trying to remember. Six of Wands. The Six of Wands is limitation to kind of like progress, right? So if there is a limitation here, there's a lot of work to be done, but then the card of the Page of Cups comes in, and it's like the card of news, the card of moving forward. The Ace of Wands comes out and does say that yes, that this is a possibility still. It's going to take a lot of work, but it does say that this person does come back. So it's like starting all over though, because it's representing like a whole new relationship, starting all over again. Lupita Villanueva, general reading. Let's see what comes up for you in your present. Today I'm using these cards right here. And I like using these cards just to challenge myself, just because these cards here, like, because of all the images, it's easier to read. It's like I have them memorized and like by images, but also the images give me messages as well. But sometimes I like to challenge myself with these cards here, which they really don't have any images. These do, like the major arcanas do, but like these cards here don't have images. And I like to like basically just whatever pops into my head, whatever messages I receive right away, aside from being influenced by images. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. So the first thing that comes up that's really stands out is that the cards are basically telling you to stand your ground. You do have good news coming your way, and you do have good outcomes coming your way, but you just have to stand your ground. The Five of Swords says betrayals. It talks about conflict, generally just conflict. The Three of Wands talks about because it's sitting in your past, so I would say this is talking about that it's been taking up to a year, something that you've been dealing with for a year. Just has to continue standing your ground. I think it's mainly not political. I was gonna say political, legal. Something legal comes up for you, or something legal related, whether it's moving paperwork, whether it's buying a car, buying a house, whatever it is. Legal can be anything from buying a house to signing paperwork to moving paperwork in that sense, right? And it says that you've been struggling with this since a year ago, or maybe even longer, but it does say that things are moving in a better direction. You do have the Page of Pentacles, which is good news is coming your way. That Seven of Wands tells you to stand your ground, continue moving forward. And then the King of Pentacles, this card right here tells you that the outcome is going to be actually very favorable to you. In your immediate future, you have the Four of Swords, which is the Four of Swords is being at peace. The Three of Wands is talking about being at peace, and the Seven of Wands talks about standing your ground. But generally what this is saying, it's saying in order to be at peace, it's like you have to continue to stand your ground. This is moving in a favorable direction. Laura Hernandez, general health, love. Okay, Laura Hernandez, general health and love. Let's see. Let's see, how does your health come in? Laura Hernandez health. A lot of these cards are like falling. Give me a sec. Just gonna cleanse my deck real quick. Sometimes, did you know that whenever you read people, after a while you need to cleanse it, because what happens is that their energy stays in these cards, and generally when you read somebody else, it could potentially pretty much tell them the same thing I told the last person, because their energy's still stuck there. So that's what I'm doing right now. It's like I'm making sure that there's nothing. I'm cleansing these cards just so we can kind of like start fresh, different energies. Not saying that's what's going on right now, but I definitely just feel like they're a little charged with something that shouldn't be in my cards. Always follow your intuition, you guys. Always follow your guidance. You're never going to be wrong when you follow your guidance. Sometimes it's hard for you to listen to it because it's, me, myself, which I'm used to it. I kind of just go with whatever I feel. It's like, if I feel it, I won't do it. If I feel it, I'll step away. If I feel something weird, I right away, I know how to react to it, but I know it's hard to get to that point. But definitely always follow your intuition. Let's see. Laura Hernandez, let's see what comes up with your health. And I have been working a situation with really intense demons. And they the thing is when we put ourselves in that position, we put ourselves to allow them to pretty much come mess with us, because we are in between them from them getting the person that they want, right? And I have been dealing with two to three demons that I've been helping a family with, and they're suffering and they're going through a lot, and they're every night they can't sleep. Every night they're dealing with a lot. Like last night they just told me that they couldn't sleep, that they went through like a rough night, and basically, and this is how I know they're demonic. All I did was put a candle for them to give them light, and they had a rough night. They couldn't sleep. That right there is an indication that there's already these things already possessing them, and they don't like the light, right? That I'm sending them. But definitely dealing with a really intense situation with that. They're very strong. Like I never charge expensive when I do my works, but in this situation, I can't continue to do like the regular works. It has to be the expensive ones, mainly because it uses a lot of product. But it's a tough situation. But let's see. Laura Hernandez. How is Laura Hernandez's health? Something is definitely hiding. Let's do this again. How is Laura Hernandez's health? I'm going to break it into 3, and then we're going to see what each pile tells us. There it is. Okay. So I'm going to pull out cards from all 3 decks just to see what's going on. You do have this. Remember I said something's hiding? That's why I said it, because here it was telling me rainbows and butterflies. See, so this is the thing. follow your instincts, right? I'm seeing that it's saying your health is 100% fine, but me myself, I know what that means. You feel weird, yet the cards, the energies are saying you're fine. No, that's for me to know, like, okay, there's something going on here that doesn't want to be found. Generally, it's normal. I deal with that all the time. It's like sometimes when I do readings, there's things hidden, and this person can tell me, oh no, I feel like this, and I right away I'm like, okay, and I pull out cards, and right away when I start seeing like, oh, 100% healthy, all this other stuff, and I'm like, okay, this is not right, because I can feel there's something here, and I start and normally when that happens, I say, you know what, screw this, I'm going to my major arcanas. And in the major arcanas, the devil, the tower, the moon, and the death card is going to come out every single time, no matter what, because the major arcanas are just specific cards, 22 cards that I use. And in those cards, generally they expose it. But here it wouldn't come forward, and now it came forward, and this is really what it says. It says something's feeding off of your light. What does that mean? When something's feeding off of your light, it means you have something negative attached to you. That's why you've been feeling the way you've been feeling, depressed, fatigued. Demonic energies, dark entities can make you depressed to the fact that they can even give you sicknesses when you're sleeping. I remember one time when I was living with my parents when I was younger, and we were very poor, so we lived in this one room, and there was like 3 different beds, and there's a bunk. I think there was a bunk bed in one bed, and then my sisters were in another room, and I slept in the bottom bunk. And I remember one night I wake up, my mom would get seizures, right? And one night I woke up, and I remember there was this, and I woke up and I opened my eyes, and I just see this figure just standing next to my mom, kind of like hovered over her, like hunched over her with its hands on her like this. And his hands were not hands; they were like claws, pretty much. They were like long, pointy fingers, right? And they were on her. And I remember, I to this day, I didn't realize what it was until now, right? Until I started becoming very spiritual. I remember, and she was in sleep paralysis, so you can see how intense this was. And she was with her mouth shut, and you know how like people with sleep paralysis, they yell for help and they go, you know, they can't really like say anything. And with my mom, I remember I woke up and I saw that, and to this day, I know now what it was, but back then I didn't know that this thing was giving that my mom sicknesses. This thing would make her feel sick, make her have epilepsy attacks. It was making her health deplete. And right now that's what's coming up for you. It does say that you do have the Tower of Destruction. The tower is that card of destruction that says someone's trying to cause your destruction. It does say that something's feeding off of your light. How do I know that? Because this is the angels depicting divine energy, right? And this thing is attached to it. What does this say? It's saying that something's feeding off of your health, because this card here is the card of health. So I definitely recommend you to either get a cleanse, find someone to cleanse you, or cleanse yourself. How can you cleanse yourself? You can cleanse yourself in the way that I've said with the egg, or you can find someone to cleanse you. Definitely. Another thing you can do whenever you can't sleep at night is you can put. I work a lot with limes. I don't know if a lot of you have noticed. You take the limes and you put them in the plate covered in foil, and you put it in the shape of a circle. You're gonna cut the limes in the shape of a cross. Now you're gonna open the lime in like a flower. You're not gonna cut it completely, and you're gonna put a little bonito the sea salt in every single one of them, and you put it underneath your bed. You're going to leave it there for 7 days, and that's going to cleanse you while you're sleeping. It's going to be cleansing you, and anything that gets near you is going to get trapped there. And then you just take those limes. You don't touch those limes with your hands no more, because that collected the negative, and you're going to throw it away, far away from your house. But generally, this thing here is definitely problematic. It's definitely there to cause issues. It's not there to be your friend or anything like that. It's there to really destroy your health. That's why you've been feeling the way you've been feeling. That's why you feel depressed and you don't understand why. That's why you feel fatigued and you don't understand why. Sorry, this is like, these type of situations are like my thing. It's like this type of situations, like the stuff that I 100% understand, no matter like what. But and love, I think you asked about love too. Let me pull out a card for you in love. In love, Oh, well, I put on multiple cards. Let's see. In love, it kind of looks a little complicated. Just talk about watch out for betrayals and watch out for people who are coming into your life that are not meant to be there. Okay. Daniela Arias. Will I get pregnant this month or June or this year? Pregnancy? If yes, gender, how? Okay, so you said how many kids will I have? Okay. So Daniela Arias, you want to know if you're going to get pregnant this month? Daniela Arias, you're going to get pregnant this month? Let's see. Pregnant this month? If you were gonna get pregnant this month, it would have been like straightforward, like, oh yeah, you're gonna get pregnant. It doesn't. I don't. It like it just wants to talk a story. It's not really telling me pregnant. Pregnant this month? No, but you know what? This year indicates more like pregnancy next month. But before we confirm that, I'm gonna check that here. I think first we should check if you're even going to get pregnant this year. Let's see. Are you going to get pregnant? Is Daniela Arias going to get pregnant this year? It's because the cards will answer you. They will answer you anything that you ask, but they will answer you what you asked, not if this or that. Like they'll answer you what you specifically asked. Sometimes te hablan de más, pero most of the time they just answer what you asked. So Daniela Arias, are you going to get pregnant this year? So pregnant this year, it does say you are going to get pregnant this year. It looks complicated, but it doesn't say next year. It just says it's going to take time, but it says it's been a struggle to get pregnant. See what comes up in the bottom. Pregnant this year, I would say yes. Pregnancy this year, yes. But really, what I see is June, because June actually came out more harmonious. But even then, let's ask, when are you going to get pregnant? Daniela Arias, when are you going to get pregnant? What the Knight of Pentacles comes in, and that's already an energy of like this is on its way. Like this is literally like, yeah. So another thing that comes up for you is the card of overthinking. Overthinking is one thing that does come up, but it does say that you are going to be pregnant very soon. Like it's literally around the corner. So I would say more like in June. If anything, not this month, but definitely this year. You said gender? Let's see. Daniela Arias, gender. I know I'm moving kind of slow. I'm trying. Once I get to like the last question, I know I'll let you guys know when I'm no longer gonna do the super chat. So I just continue to just do the rest of the ones that have already like been submitted. But again, you guys, whenever the messages update, I don't get to see your message. So again, it's not a guarantee that I'll be able to answer your message, but I definitely try my best. Like I said in the beginning, that these aren't like guaranteed answers. It's not like I'm gonna be able to answer you, but I do thank everybody who does participate. Of course, you guys asked me for this, so that's why I do it. So let's see. You said, Daniel Arias, what's the gender of the baby going to be? I'm so used to just pumping out answers like crazy. Sorry, I'm just concentrating. I have to say, from what I can see here, yeah. Okay, so I do see it being a boy. I was just checking it in different, like, two. I think two. I don't know. I read your question and I just screamed the answer. You said how many babies are you gonna have? In my head, I was like, I had already, yeah, 2. Well, I see 3, but 2. And so I see 3, but definitely, whenever you do get pregnant, or maybe this already happened, but take care of yourself. If you could take vitamins or whatever you could take to help yourself in pregnancy. Try to cleanse yourself with a red apple, your matriz, your women area, and that's gonna help you get rid of anything negative. But I do see 2. I see 3, but then I see 2. What does that mean? I see 3 attempts, but 2 giving. Elena Gutierrez. Make sure you guys put your name, your date of birth, and your questions all in one, okay? Elena Gutierrez. Let's see, general. Let's see what's. Let's see. Sometimes I just feel like I have to answer you guys so fast, and it was kind of nice just taking my time to be able to give you an answer right now that I did that. I think maybe I should start doing that. Sometimes I feel like right away I have to answer everybody like fast like this, and I'm trying to like do it, but sometimes it's a little rough. Okay, so General Elena Gutierrez, the first thing that comes up is the 5 of Pentacles. The 5 of Pentacles talks about finances, whether you're moving houses. The 5 of Pentacles is generally what it's coming up. It's generally going to be more of like moving houses, more of like movement of money, more of like progress. It does say that you've been waiting for some sort of news, and the Ace of Cups does say that news is going to come in. I think you are buying a house, or you're moving houses, or looking for a home, or just financially as well. But definitely it says that whatever you're waiting for is going to arrive. The star does come up, and it does say that the star is like that news that you've been waiting for a long time. The Justice, you do have the Justice, you do have this card here, and you do have this card here. These three cards right here, the Ace of Cups is that news coming your way. The star is telling me that you waited for this for a while, and it does talk about legal related. It does talk about something legal related. Whatever you're doing legally, whatever you're doing, whether you're buying a home, whether you're moving, whether you're doing something legally, and it says it's been a little bit like clouded because the moon does come up, and it does say that it's been kind of like there's a lot of conflict when it came to it, but it does say it's going to give. It does say that you're going to be receiving news soon, and that it's going to be coming out in your favor very soon. You do have the King of Swords. The King of the Swords represents legal things again. It just continues to say that there's been like some sort of legal conflict, and that it's going to resolve itself very soon. Okay, fine. Now I can update this. Okay. Let's see. Azalia Linares, my partner and I have been having issues. Another girl involved. Should I keep trying or just give up? I feel so lost. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what this will tell you. Let's see. Azalia Linares, your partner and I are having issues. Azalia Linares, should you continue in this relationship? Let's see. So right away, the card of generally what this is saying that you're not really going to have peace. It says that this is something that has happened before. You have the card of death. The Tower says betrayals that just continuously happen. The Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups talks about. I have to tell you that that this isn't something that's going to stop. I have to tell you that this is something that's gonna continue on. It's just betrayal after betrayal. It says the same thing repeats itself. It says that this person is dominated by the card of the devil. Again, this is something that they're not going to be able to just let go. It's like they can't help themselves. The devil tempts them, and they can't help themselves. Definitely, it says that you're not going to have any peace in this relationship. I can't tell you to walk away, but definitely there's a lot to kind of work on in this situation. It just says that your partner cannot help himself. It's like when someone dangles, let's say when someone dangles something like your favorite snack, and you can't help yourself because you like. Oh, that's not a good example. Let's say someone dangles $1 million and you just jump at them, right? You jump at that $1 million check, and you're like, you'll do anything for it. And that's kind of how he comes up as. Make sure you guys put your name, your date of birth, and your question, and then again, try to put one question at a time so I can be able to answer as many as I can. Will you find someone to marry? The answer is yes. The Page of Pentacles tells you yes, that this person is coming into your life. Let's see. Vanessa Tinajero, health, marriage, finances. Let's see. Let's do your health. So your health is dominated by the Tower. It does say that there is a little bit of heaviness with your health. Let's see. Mainly your back is an issue that keeps coming up. Your back, it's like your back pain, shoulder pain, something like on the top of your back is really what's coming up. More of like chronic pain is really what I'm seeing, or chronic illness. But your health still looks fairly decent. It just says that you just have an uncomfort. You just feel really heavy, or you feel like something like a crick or something on your back, on your neck. But your health does come up a little bit like, the tower is kind of like on top of you, which means like this heaviness is on top of you, but your health does not look like it's like deteriorating. It doesn't look like there's something like deadly. It's just more like an uncomfortable feeling. Yeah, a lot of your back is really what's speaking to me. Chronic pain, chronic illness. But it still says you're pretty healthy. It's not like nothing like deadly. Let's see. How's your marriage? How is Vanessa Tinajero's marriage? Let's see. So the Nine of Wands is that card of in your marriage. It actually talks about moving past obstacles, moving past things, healing, moving forward. Because it does talk about, with the Nine of Wands, it's that card of like coming out of something kind of hurt, moving forward. But it does talk about a lot of healing, a lot of forgiveness. And then let's see. Finances, how do your finances look like? I definitely like having a table because it makes it so much easier for me to do this. Financially, it does look like there was a financial crisis, but it does look like financially things are going to get better. You have progress in finances. You do have good news, money coming your way in finances, stability. Yeah, finances. It's like you have the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is always going to be this energy of things getting better, of your dreams, your goals, your desires being met. But financially, it's like you're moving forward from financial crisis. Will your relationship last? And will you be able to get property like we plan? Vanessa Monterroso. Let's see. Will your relationship last? Let's take a look. The energy of betrayal dominates right away. Does it talk about separation? No. You do have the Seven of Swords, which talks about a lot of sneakiness. The Moon talks about a lot of sneakiness, things that aren't being seen, maybe have been seen already, because this is more like in the past. But it talks about like the same thing continues on. Doesn't really change. But does it talk about separation? Does it talk about ending the relationship? No, it talks about that the relationship continues to go on. You do have the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups, just a lot of overthinking. But generally, love is there. It's just a lot of betrayal también. Just marriage. How's the marriage gonna go? It's gonna go. Not marriage, porque estoy pensando en marriage. How's the relationship gonna go? It's gonna go. It's going well. It's like this is something that stays in the past, because here from betrayal, so it goes from betrayal, sneakiness, to kind of like things getting better, lots of love, moving forward with plans. This is like something that you leave behind and you move forward. Although you come up as someone who's still looking at the past, you come up as someone that you're still looking at whether betrayals from your past, or betrayals with this person, but you still come up like looking towards the past, but this more in the future, it's like things, lots of love, lots of progress, moving forward with your plans. But mainly it seems like you're still stuck with the betrayals. It's like you're still kind of focused on that, whether it was somebody else or whether it's in this relationship. But it does say for your relationship, is it going to last? It does say it's going to last, and it does say that there's love and that you guys move forward with your plans. You know, I hate reading. You know what's funny? I hate reading books, and I hate reading. And it's funny because it's like I'm reading these like a book. I'm reading all of this like a book, right? And it's like I hate reading actual books, but I love to read these. It's funny, kind of like ironic. Vanessa Leva, will you get in a divorce? Is my husband cheating? What do you see for the future? And will I ever be with my ex, Oscar Moreno, or does he still love me? Okay. Are you ever going to get into a divorce right away? The card of the death dominated that, so I would say yes. This relationship is dominated by this card, which says this is usually when this card comes up, it's just saying that the relationship is doomed to separate. Is your husband cheating? Is your husband cheating? I have to pull out some more cards. There is a little bit of betrayal energy. It does say that this is something that he's done in the past. Is he currently doing it? He still kind of comes up a little sneaky. It doesn't necessarily talk about it doesn't necessarily talk about him doing it as of right now, but it still comes up as like something that he's. I don't really see him cheating. I can't tell you that I see him cheating. The Nine of Cups just came out upside down. The Nine of Cups upside down. I think that's really where it gives me my answer. So he's still being sneaky. So I would say that he's still up to something. He's definitely still up to something. I just split my deck, and this card here will confirm to me that yeah, there is some sort of there is cheating. At first, it didn't come up, and now I am seeing it. He's being very sneaky still, from what I can see. I do see separation. For a future for you, Vanessa Leva, let's see what's in your future. Let's see. A lot of conflict is really what's coming up for you in your future. Yeah, see, there's a lot of conflict, a lot of betrayal energy. It's like finding out the truth, things being exposed. Will you ever be with your ex, Oscar Moreno? I only do these 2 hours because it takes me so long to get through all the people who have sent payment. Would you ever be with your ex Oscar Moreno? You say? Ten of Bastos. Really, with the card that dominates in this is limitation of love. It's like something that you're seeking. But it's like there's too much conflict for it to be. It's like too complicated for there to be. Even if you guys try, it still says there's conflict and there's separation and with that ex as well. I do see that there will be an attempt at being together again, but I don't see it working still. Does he still love you? Vanessa Leva, does he still love you? Does Oscar Moreno still love Vanessa Leva? These are definitely very long. So he still thinks about you. That's one thing that does come up. He still thinks about you. It says that he still kind of looks in your direction. Does he still love you? I still see that he cares for you. It's still there. Definitely still there, because it says that he still thinks about you. But again, from what I can see is that you guys do end up trying it again at some point, but it's still kind of, whenever you clash in a relationship and it doesn't work, it's because the universe has a different plan for you. See, there's somebody else better for you. You're trying to stay with someone who was a lesson more than someone you were meant to create a life with. When you're no longer building a relationship or building something together and you're just clashing, it's time to move on. But sometimes it can be through brujeria. Sometimes people do send brujeria to kind of like destroy people's relationships. It said, Jahaira Marquez, does she have a gift? Let's see. I'll tell you one thing. Out of a room of 5 people, well, let's say out of a room of 10 people, 3 people out of in that room have spiritual gifts and they don't even realize it. They just haven't opened up. Is there a spiritual gift? The card of the Magician does come up. The Magician is a card that represents me as a spiritualist. It's a card of the esoteric, and the answer is yes. Jahaira Marquez does have a gift, and it's interesting. For me, it's a little bit different. For me, it's not. I have gifts. Tengo el don, and for those who have el don, it can be one. For some people, they can have multiple. Some people can have all of them, and that's very unique. But usually, those who have all of them are have some very strong spiritual guides. But at a room of 10 people, 3 people have spiritual gifts and they don't even know. They haven't unlocked them. Hi, my name is Myra Ludwig. Hi, Myra. I think I've done readings for you before. Would things at work get better for your husband and you? Let's see. The sun comes out. The sun does say yes. It is going to get better. But let's see what the cards want to say. Yeah, the Rey de Bastos comes out. The Rey de Bastos does talk about that it is going to get better, but you do have the 10 of Swords. Talks about watch out for envy, watch out for betrayals. Mainly, it does talk about betrayal, a lot of betrayal energy, but mainly not with you, mainly with your husband. Your husband does it says that he needs to watch out for betrayals, conflict at work, a lot of conflict at work. But are things going to get better? The sun tells me it is going to get better, but mainly for your husband, it does say that he needs to watch out for betrayals. Financial loss as well comes up. Yeah. Raptures. So out of everything that I pulled out right now, for you, for Myra Ludwig, work-wise, it does look like it's going to get better. For your husband, for your husband, it looks like it's going to continue more complicated for him. And even then, it also talks. And when I pulled out more cards, and it talks about him leaving for a new opportunity. So he is going to be in. I think he's already in that decision where he's holding two different decisions. What should he do? but I definitely do see him walking away from his job. But you yourself, I do see things getting better for you, but for him, they're just going to continue complicated, and I do see him leaving that job. General Elena Gutierrez. I think I already did Elena Gutierrez, no? Let's see. Let's see what the cards want to tell you. For you, this card here is what comes up is the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles. I grabbed the other deck. The Six of Pentacles, this card here tells you that you need to save your money, try not to spend too much. It says that there is some sort of financial unexpected expense that's coming your way. My relationship in general reading, if possible. Thank you, Jose Manuel. Okay, Jose Manuel, let's see how your relationship looks like. You know what? We're just going to finish it off with this deck over here. So I can move faster, because the other cards are really hard to shuffle. I love this deck, but you see the difference? Like this one's so tiny and this one's like really big. Let's see. My relationship and general. Okay, so let's see. How is Jose Manuel Martinez's relationship? Okay. So honestly, what I see is sospechas. Conflict. So so there's conflict. So the main thing that comes up is conflict. Sospechas. It's like someone being very sneaky. But then it comes out in this is in the past and this is in the future. It comes out relationship wise. It's like it talks about someone that's always like wondering this, and it's depicting it being more as like the male figure. The male figure in the relationship always wondering like, oh, what is the other person doing? Kind of like, I guess you could say jealousy, right? Or always wondering what que está haciendo la otra persona. An imbalance, kind of like a lot of jealousy comes out, envious energy comes out, which is generally jealousy, right? But in your future, you do have a lot of moving forward. The Knight of Cups, taking the next step. The Queen of Wands, celebrating something. So relationship wise, it talks about a lot of sospechas, but then moving forward from those sospechas. It's like finally getting over it, finally moving forward from it. Yeah, because here this talks about heartache. But then over here it talks about celebrations and celebrations together. But relationship wise, someone's still focusing on things that happened in the past, but it's moving forward. It's like the relationship's taking the next step. You said in general. Let's see. Yeah. Even in general, it comes out with a lot of conflict, a lot of overthinking, a lot of arguing. It still brings in the same energy. It's like a lack of peace is really what comes up. So it's still like a lot of conflict is generally what's coming up. Sospechas, and you know what? It's coming up sospechas on both sides. So envious energies on both sides, envy, jealousy on both sides. So definitely something to keep in mind to kind of let things kind of work themselves out. One, it says that in order to fix things, one has to budge, right? So definitely the Three of Pentacles does come up, and the Three of Pentacles is a good card because it does say money movement, things progressing. But for now, it says there's still a lot of conflict, a little like form of attack, kind of like standing your ground. But peace is really what this card here says. Lack of peace, but returning peace to a peaceful relationship again. Okay. So I think we have. So I'm gonna get off soon, you guys. So I think this is gonna be the last ones that I answer, and I am gonna get on Instagram. If you guys do want to follow me to Instagram, on Instagram it's gonna be all in general, like whoever I'll randomly picked. On TikTok, I won't get on TikTok, but I will. But you know what? I will do the whole like. Should I? I don't know. Where you can comment your question on the TikTok. We'll see. We'll go from there right now. I'll do like maybe like 5. The first 5 people to comment, and I'll do the first 5 questions. Maricela Garcia, general reading. Let's see what comes up for you, Maricela. Well, you have a lot of good energy actually coming your way. You have a lot of luck. You have a lot of like triumph. You have a lot of good news coming your way. Okay. So the first thing that dominates your whole reading is this card here, the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is it's like you're surrounded by money. It's like you're surrounded by good things. It's like you're surrounded by luck, harmony, peace. The Hermit also shines some light into that. And then the King of Pentacles says moving forward with financial decisions, or moving forward with decisions, because it also comes up as you're in between decisions, whether it's business decisions or financial decisions. It does talk about being in between those decisions, and it does say starting something new, moving forward with that decision. Generally, the Seven of Cups is dominating, so it also comes in, and it also says that whatever you've been worrying about, it's like the Seven of Cups are your dreams, your goals, your prayers answered. The universe gives you something. The Ace of Pentacles comes in, balance financially, moving forward with those decisions. Down here, the Queen of Cups and the Six of Swords. It does talk about moving forward with something, and then again, the Ace of Wands is where it says the start of something new. But in your immediate future, it does say that your prayers are answered. Money comes your way. You take that decision and you move forward with that decision. Generally, it says you're surrounded by a lot of money and luck and moving forward from obstacles. You have a guide. That the Hermit comes in as a guardian, a guide, and he's shining that darkness that was like shrouding you, and it's like lighting your path. What's your future career, Beatriz Hernandez? Let's see. We're gonna do yours a little bit different. Let's see. My finger's hurting. Sometimes I stop and think, and I'm just kind of like, I'm exhausted. Let's see. Really, it talks about you being in between those careers already, being like in between those decisions, like which one should you do. So there's two interesting things that come up, and that I'm thinking about. There's the energy of nurturing comes up first, so it's like nurse, doctor in that field, right? Nurturing, mainly it's not really nurturing like animals, it's more nurturing humans. So I would say more like medical. But then I don't know why, but the word marketing pops into my head. Marketing, business, more like business stuff, like marketing, more like um, financial advisor, financial something with finances as well comes up. But it's mainly two, and I think maybe that's you're just in between the two things right now, and you just don't know which one to go with. Really, the one that I see for you is more like the financial stuff, whether putting your own business, whether you're an entrepreneur, whether you get your business degree, your tax degree, if that's a degree or a certificate, or for you, it's more financial path. It's like more of like being more in finances. I think you started off with like wanting to do more like medical. Monica Marquez, can I just have a general reading? Of course you can. Let's see. General reading, Monica Marquez. Let's see. Okay. So for you, you're surrounded by a lot of conflict. You have the Knight of Swords sitting in your past. So it's like just conflict after conflict, problem after problem. Although the Temperance does come in and it dominates your first card, and the Temperance is telling you to have patience, to just wait things out. Things are going to be moving soon. And even then, here it shows you like loss of sleep. You're not able to sleep, kind of worried over something, anxiety, a lot of mental health problems. Not necessarily as you're crazy or anything like that. It's more of like mental health, as in like worried over something, more like you just don't let your mind rest. And here you have the Queen of Swords, and then you have the Page of Swords at the bottom, which is more of like what your answer, right? What you want to know. Are you going to be able to overcome this? Yes. And even in your immediate future, you have this worrisome energy, but then it shows you progressing. It's like whatever you're worried about, it's about to start moving. It's about to start heading in a better direction. Financially, if you're having financial issues, it says that no matter if you're having financial issues, you're still going to be able to pay your bills. You're still going to be able to move forward. You're going to be able to overcome whatever issue, whatever situation financially that you're in. Okay, you guys, I have to get off before I make this like a really long video. I'm gonna be getting off soon. So the last person that let me answer this real quick. Can you give me a reading guidance on continuing my education or a job / career? Where can I become successful? Okay, let's see. Let's just check your life path, Priscila Marquez. Right now, really what you should do is continue your education. Here it says that you're overthinking it. Even both cards here at the end of your life path, it says you're overthinking it, and you're going to be, one card represents your issue and the other card represents what you need to do. both of them are saying you're overthinking it. Your issue is that you're overthinking things, and not only are you overthinking things, it's also oh, I lost my train of thought. You see, you're making me overthink. It's in one card, it's your issue, you're overthinking things. The other card is your solution. Stop thinking, just continue moving forward. Where you're going to be successful is in the path that you're already in, because this card here says that you're already walking that path. Okay, let's see. This is the last questions, because I have to get off. You guys have been on here for a long time, and I still am gonna get on Instagram. So if you guys want to follow me to Instagram, it's gonna be all at random. Marlene Garcia asked, the home we saw today, will it be the one? Will it be in May? If not, I'm assuming you're saying, what do you mean, will it be in May? Are you going to be able to purchase a home in May? The home you saw today, will it be the one? Let's see. I think you're asking if it's going to be given to you. I don't see it being the one, just because the death card does come in and it does stop everything when it comes to that home. Let's see. When will you be able to buy a home? I think that's what you're asking. Will it be in May? Will you be able to buy a home in May? Let's see. I don't see you being able to buy a home in May. It's really complicated. It says more in June. And June is when you're moving forward from all the complications. So when will you be able to buy a home is the next question. Yeah. I'm just itching my nose. When will you be able to buy a home? Well, you move forward with it in June, but I honestly have to tell you that I think the question is, are you going to be able to buy a home this year? Is Marlene Garcia going to be able to buy a home this year? I have to say that you're gonna be looking for a house in June, right? Because I did see that you put in for a house in June, but this card here is still dominating you in every aspect, right? So what does that mean? It means that you have this card, and then you have this card here, the Six of Pentacles. These two cards right here, the Six of Pentacles dominates your immediate future, which says financially, the financial unexpected expense comes up, financial loss, definitely something to be aware of. And then the card of Death comes in, and it just says those plans that you have about buying a house this year are just going to continue to get delayed. Generally, what I see here, this is going to go on until next year. Hopefully you're able to buy a home in June, but as of right now, the way I see it is it's going to continue to delay. It says it's going to delay in June. In June, I do see you putting in for another house, but in in 2022 is when I see you with a house. Not saying that's when you buy it, just saying that's when I see you with a house. Definitely, I still see you struggling though. The death card is going to continue to dominate you, and it's going to continue to kind of delay it and delay it and delay it. And it's going to continue to get later. Probably towards the end of the year is when you'll have a chance to get one. But like I said, I don't see you with a house till next year. Okay, so for you, Maruf says, I want to know if I should accept being a substitute teacher or being a dental receptionist, which path is good for me. For you, I'm going to do yours different. I'm going to pull out 3 cards for each situation. We'll do is substitute teacher going to be good for Maruf? Let's see. So we'll pull out our 3 cards. And we'll see which one kind of is more like harmonized. And then the other one would be is dental receptionist going to be a good path for you, good to you? Where I see you more, where honestly from what I can see here, and I'll definitely take it out again. The first one, what do we ask? Substitute teacher. As a substitute teacher, it's almost like if that's not really where your heart is, it's like not really what you want to do. It's kind of like you're settling for it. Honestly, the path that looks better for you, that looks a little bit more happier for you, is definitely the dental receptionist. But we're gonna definitely look at it in different aspects as well. So let's see, how will being a substitute teacher be for Maru? Yeah, it's a lot of struggle. It's a lot of struggle. It's a lot of like, it's like you're not really enjoying it. It's like not really. So that this right here doesn't really like tell me go down this path, right? So let's see, how will dental receptionist be for Maru? Yeah, definitely dental receptionist does come in as a little bit better, like energy wise. They're both a little bit more like, they're both a little bit, it's like not necessarily what you want to do from what I can see in both. It's like you don't want to be a substitute teacher and you don't want to be more of like a dental receptionist. You want to do more than that. But definitely from what I can see here, it's like you'll be more at peace with the dental receptionist. But either way, what I would recommend you to do is to follow your heart, follow which path. I could tell you that dental receptionist, you're gonna be more happier. But what I would tell you is to follow your heart. If you feel like you want to do something more than just that, go for it. I would definitely recommend you to go for it. Go back to school, study whatever you need to study to get into doing what you want to do. But definitely, in both of them, it seems like you don't want to do either. You're just kind of just settling for them. But in dental receptionist, I do see you a little bit more happier. Yesenia Miranda, I'd like to know how I'll be on my finance this year. Also, will I reconnect with Richard Castañeda? Let's see. How will Yesenia Miranda's finances be? So your finances are actually going to be very good. So you have the sun. You have a lot of good cards. You have the star. Your finances, these two cards right here say that your finances are going to be really, really good to you this year. It's like your finances are going to get better. The earthquakes are starting to get near because I'm starting to feel those little whooshes of energy that I get. I know I've talked to you guys about it before, where I get like this energy, like where it kind of feels like this random energy, this wave energy kind of just hit me, and it feels kind of like I get dizzy. So the earthquakes are getting near. I felt this yesterday too. Or probably there was an earthquake already somewhere around the world. It happens like that too sometimes. I feel them and it's like an earthquake has just happened. Will you reconnect with Richard Castaneda? Would Yesenia Miranda reconnect with Richard Castaneda? I do see you reconnecting with Richard Castaneda, but it's like at first it came out like it was going to be something really good, and then afterwards it came out like betrayal. It's like almost like if they fell short. I do see you reconnecting with him, but it just doesn't seem like it goes pretty much. Yeah, it's still looking kind of stuck. Yeah. So really what I see is you do reconnect with this person, but it doesn't really go far. It doesn't really go anywhere from reconnecting. Do you have a good future with this person? I just am curious to see what the cards say about that question. Yeah, it comes out kind of complicated. Okay, there's that. Yeah. Do you have a good future with this person? It says it literally it kind of depicted the same thing. Here you go again. You have the 10 of Pentacles, which talks about things being really good, and then the Death card comes in and stops everything. So I have to tell you the truth. I see you guys connecting again, but it just doesn't work again. It's like when something doesn't work, it's just you guys are holding on to it, and it's like there's this energy that continues to tell you, like, go somewhere else. That there's something else better for you is generally what it's telling you. Gabriela Ramos, what do I see for you in your next career move? Let's go ahead and look. Let's see. So there's the move. So the sun tells you are going to be successful. The Two of Pentacles does come in. It comes in kind of like whether you stay where you're at or you move to, and you make this new career move, you're going to be successful regardless. So yeah, you are going to be successful. Yvette Celis, love. Let's see, how's love looking like for you? No one's gonna watch a 3-hour video. This video is so long. Love, it looks really complicated actually. Love talks about it continuing the same, very with lots of conflict, not being able to sleep, being worried. Betrayals, it's just standing your ground. It's like the energy of war is like surrounding your love life right now. In general, let's see what comes up for you in general. Let's see. Are things gonna get better? Of course they are. These three cards right here tell you that things are gonna get better. Generally, because the reason I say that is because right now your past comes out with a lot of depression. The Knight of Swords is dominating this whole general reading. A lot of arguing, a lot of fighting. Even in your immediate future, it says more fights. The Eight of Pentacles does come in and just say working through it, and then this right here just tells you things get better. So things are going to get better, and then this is talking about moving forward from those fights, that complicated energy. Myra Ludwig. Okay, guys, these are the last questions I'm going to answer. The last ones that was sent. Those are the last ones I'm going to answer. Myra Ludwig. Two more questions. Is my health okay? I get pains in my heart. Let's see. Myra Ludwig, how's your health doing? I think, did we just check your health? I feel like we did. Let's see. Your health, as of right now, is doing well. Like you're still good as of right now, but in a year is when in a year it's showing your health kind of difficult. In a year, it shows you going to the hospital. So from what I see here, it says that your health is doing well, but then you have the card of betrayal. So what does that tell me? It says that your health is doing well, but at any given moment it can betray you. What does that mean? It means at any given moment, I would say watch your health, try to take care of yourself. If you're feeling pains in your heart, definitely get it checked out, see what it is, because your health comes out good right now, but it does say at any given moment it can betray you. Will your mom's health be okay? Maria Hernandez, let's see. Will your mom's health be okay? Your mom's health? Your mom's health right now, it's looking okay. But down here, later on, it does say that her health is going to start getting complicated. And later on doesn't mean like a long time from now. It actually means like pretty like this is talking about in the future, more like in like present/future tense. So right now it says that she's good, but she needs to take care of her health as well, mainly take care of her heart, take care of her of whatever issues she has. But definitely chronic pain, chronic illnesses. Definitely she does need to take care of herself. Her health right now, it's doing fairly well, but it's saying that it's going to take a dramatic turn out of nowhere. Kind of similar to you. just both of you take care of your health. Both of you, if you're feeling something weird, get checked out. General reading, Angelica. Really, what comes out in your general reading is a lot of overthinking. Yeah, a lot of overthinking, a lot of like being stuck, waiting for you to kind of progress, for things to move forward. So from what I can see here, it says that you're worried over something. It says that you're kind of just waiting for something to move, whether finances, relationship, or it's just, it says you're waiting for something to move. But generally, what I see here, it's still going to continue a little stuck. It's everything says that whatever you're waiting on for to move, whatever you're worried about, it's staying stuck. But later on, it's gonna start moving again. But right now, for the next couple of days, it's still going to continue stuck. Your finances, let's see. How are your finances going to be? I think that's really what it's talking about, more finances. So you do have good news coming your way when it comes to your finances. Your finances are going to be complicated, but they're going to balance out. Money's an energy, remember, you guys. Money's an energy. Money's always moving. Money, even though sometimes it seems like it's not going to come back into your life, money always comes back into your life. How is Enid Real's love life? Let's see. So your love life actually comes out really good. You come out with the sun, happy, being in a good place in your love life. It's moving forward from where it was at. It talks about a lot of progress. It talks about moving forward. Later on, it does talk about a little bit of arguing and fighting, complicated love life, but generally right now it says you're in a good place. You're going to be in a good place in your love life, feeling very happy, very loved. Meeting someone if you're not with someone. Ya me cansé. General, let's see what card comes out for you in general. Yeah, see, this card here says love is on its way to you. It's like your love life. It's like if you're not with someone, someone's coming in your direction. If you already have someone, you're going to be feeling very loved. Okay. What's going on with Carla Solis? Let's see. Carla Solis says, I have been having anxiety. Can you read my mental health and health? What can I do? Let's see. Carla, for you, you're surrounded with a lot of negative energy. This card here dominates kind of like what's going on. This is you, and this is kind of your present. You have a lot of envious energy. You have a lot of negative energy here. It says you can't sleep at night because you're surrounded by a lot of darkness. Again, you're one of those people who the cards were generally saying, like, you know, the angels are around you, you have success, you have the Virgin Mary or a very divine being around you, you have good work, good business, everything is saying success, success, success. And I was like, yeah, no. Turned my deck around, and the deck at the bottom of the deck, it there's all this right here. So what can you do? I would recommend you to cleanse your home, cleanse your space. Get a two ramas de rosemary, two like bushes of rosemary, not bushes, like the little stems with all the like the rosemary. If you can get two like, I don't know what they're called, two ramas de rosemary, right? Preferably, if you can buy the actual plant and then just cut it yourself would be better. The plants are really cheap. I don't know if they sell them right now. I think they should, because we should be in season for them. And you're gonna cut two ramas. You're gonna put it in the shape of a cross. You're gonna take red ribbon, and that red ribbon you're gonna tie it around the two ramas, kind of like to tie them in the shape of the cross so they can stay in the cross, and then you end it with three knots. You're gonna put that underneath your pillow. That what's gonna happen is that's gonna absorb it, all that negative energy. It's gonna cleanse you, and it's gonna cleanse your mind, take away this anxiety, that mental health problem that you feel. But you do have a lot of negative energy, so I recommend also professional cleanses. But that's something that you can do to help yourself. Vanessa Leva, is someone doing witchcraft to separate me and my husband? Well, there's lots of, what I can see is that there's a lot of love in this relationship. Again, my nose is itchy. Is someone doing something? Look at this. The answer is yes. Whenever you feel like someone's doing something to destroy your relationship, the answer is yes. You guys do love each other. This card here represents true love, represents lots of love in the relationship. But the answer is yes, there is someone doing something to the relationship. It doesn't come up in your present. I had to kind of like go deep in it, into the future, to see where it's like what it's seeking to do. And it does say the end of a relationship. For those type of cleanses, you do have to get professional cleanses, because that's not something that you can kind of like work yourself. Same thing like if you were dealing with a possession, you don't want to do it yourself, because these things can get very dangerous. Will my husband receive his visa soon? Let's see. Juana Sanchez, will your husband receive his visa soon? So it comes out really negative. Soon, I don't see it being soon. There's a lot of delay. The devil even came out. What I would recommend your husband to do is, if he can buy himself like the candle of Justo Juez or court case. No, Justo Juez. If you can buy the candle of Justo Juez, let it, que la agarre, to hold it, let it catch its warmth, y luego que se la pase. Like, it's a very simple way that people can do candle works without getting too like specific with not knowing what they're doing, right? Pass it like kind of like if you're cleansing yourself with like a soap bar. En nombre de mi Dios Padre, Dios Hijo y Espíritu Santo, que con su divina gracia mi Dios Padre me dé luz a mi situación. Whatever you want to pray, right? And you're going to pray that the outcome is more favorable. And you're going to light the candle, put it on a plate covered in foil, make sure the name, the date of birth of his is in it, and cleanse himself and call on the angels, God, to illuminate his path and for him to be successful in this. It doesn't say it's going to be soon, but he does say he's going to get it. It does say that there's still a lot more delays. Your parents' health, Juana Sanchez, how's your parents' health? Let's see. For your dad. Okay. So for your mom, I see heart issues. Um, for your mom, I see heart issues, heart complications. Um, Health wise, it doesn't say that any one of them is going to pass or anything like that. It says that they're good. They're still fairly decent. Your mom does have to take care of herself from her heart. Your dad, I think both of them, to be honest, it's like both of them just have to take care of their heart, but mainly your mom is the more of the concern. Um, but your dad is more mental, is more head issue. De hecho, like I want to say that there's some sort of like he gets a lot of pain in his head, or he has he gets a lot of headaches. I would definitely, if that's something that's going on with him, I would definitely get it checked out, make sure. And usually whenever these health issues come up in my cards and in my messages from God and the angels, is definitely, they're definitely signs for them to take care of themselves. Um, Definitely, your mom needs to take care of herself from her heart. Her heart is not doing too well. Um, Definitely, from what I see here, it's not. I'm not saying it's going to happen anytime soon, but it does say that the heart issue is a very serious issue, and it can cause something serious to happen. With your dad, a lot of headaches, a lot of pain. Really, what I see with your dad is more like a stroke, more like stroke energy, more like derrame cerebral. I don't remember. I don't know what's it called, but generally that's what I see with them. Their health is not terrible, but they do need to take care of themselves. ¿Estaré embarazada este año? ¿Algún mensaje de mi abuelito Santos? I think. Okay, you're the last question I'm going to answer. Ya me tengo que quitar porque si no, nunca me voy a quitar. Y tengo que ponerme en el Instagram, que ya es bien tarde. Yo no sé, a ver si quién se metió. A ver quién se metió. I said that I'm already going to get off of here. This is the last question I answered because it has gotten really late. It's already almost been 3 hours, and I still need to get on Instagram. And even though it's late, I'm still going to get on. Whoever gets on and watches me. It's up to them for sure. But vamos a ver. ¿Estarás embarazada este año, Daisy Luna? Vamos a ver. Bueno, nada que dice embarazo sale, ¿verdad? Sí te digo que nada que dice embarazo. Ok, pues ahí me sale. Are you going to be able to get pregnant this year? Yes. Pues I changed my. Sorry. ¿Te vas a poder embarazar este año? Sí, te vas a poder embarazar este año. Me río porque lo dije en inglés y luego me di cuenta que estaba hablando en inglés. Sí, veo que te puedes embarazar este año, que sí te vas a venir embarazando este año. De hecho, dice que estás tratando desde hace 2 años. Yo creo que desde 2 años has estado tratando, embarazándote. Pero dice que sí vas a poder. Sí te vas a poder embarazar este año. Más, yo creo que para octubre. Bueno, la verdad, pues dice que ya está a la vuelta, que ya no tarda, en cualquier minuto ya te embarazas. En 5 minutos, pues en 10 minutos ya tú vas a estar embarazada. Si hay mensaje de tu abuelito, quisiera, Santos, abuelito Santos, quisiera ver su nombre, pero vamos a ver si te da su nombre completo sería mejor, pero vamos a ver si él quiere decir algo así, pues a ver si sale algo así. Daisy Luna, su abuelito de Daisy Luna quiere decirle algún mensaje en nombre mío, Padre, Dios, Hijo y Espíritu Santo. Pues lo primero que sale es que dice que los está vigilando. Tablito Santos, dice que los está vigilando, dice que se pasa, que está muy cerca de la familia, dice que hasta los protege, porque hasta sale como aquí, como esta carta aquí que me indica que como que que está como ahí como de guardián, como que regresó para ser guardián con ustedes, pero dice que dice que los está protegiendo, más que nada, que ahí está con ustedes. Bueno, ya me tengo que quitar. Los quiero mucho. I have to get going. I will be on Instagram. I'm trying to get on Instagram, at least for like 15 minutes, maybe 15, 30 minutes. I'll try to get on Instagram just to do a quick little Instagram for all the people who do wait for me on Instagram. And if you catch me on there, it's going to be different. It's not going to be focused just on the super chats. It's going to be focused on random questions. So definitely, if you can tune in, I would appreciate it. If you can't, it's okay. You don't have to. It gives a chance for those who have been waiting for a long time. For those who do tune in, it gives them a chance to be able to see if they can get like a question in and get an answer. So definitely, you guys. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching me. Thank you for whoever stayed with me for 3 hours. That's insane. Thank you for watching me. Thank you for following me. Thank you for believing in me. And like I said, I always try my best. These messages are not guaranteed that I'm going to be able to answer every single person who sent the super chat. But like I said, I stayed here with you guys for almost 3 hours to try and answer everybody that did send a super chat, because this is mainly focused on those who do send super chats. But thank you guys so much for everything. You guys are amazing. I'll see you guys on Instagram. I'll try to hop on quickly because I do want to take a nap, because I still have candle work to do and a lot of things to do. But and I still have to do the horoscopes, which I'm going to try to post by Monday morning. I always have my horoscopes done, but you know what? Last night it took me almost like all night to post that video that I posted. The newest one that I posted, and it's like this internet is completely like frustrating, but it's okay. We're gonna get better internet soon. In a month, things are gonna get better. I can't wait. I'll see you guys on all my videos. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, follow, share, and follow me on all my social medias. I put it in the description below, the link, so you guys can follow me in my social medias. I'll see you guys next time. I'll see you guys next super chat. It's on the little calendar that I posted, and I'll be posting the one for June very soon for the super chats. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye. You guys have a good night. If you don't follow me to Instagram, you guys have a good night.